Hi everybody, my name is Leanne Alexander. This is Elizabeth Lloyd.
Hi.
We're here today to tackle 3 myths about VBS. Now, many of you have seen our other videos about VBS. We want to talk to you about maybe some things that you have a misconception about. We want to clear up today so that you can be ready to take advantage of the great benefits VBS can bring to your church. All right, first myth, VBS is only for big churches. True or false?
False.
Okay.
So false. VBS can be for any size church, and you have a lot of options with that. I know a lot of stuff comes in those kits, a lot of options, and sometimes it's overwhelming to look at all of the things, and we only have an hour, or we only have, 5 volunteers. What do we do? There's a lot of options for you. Just for example, here is a diagram of just a schedule. This is the full schedule. First of all the kids are in the auditorium and everybody's together. Then we split off into groups, and there's games and snacks and crafts, and then we all come back together and we have a time of the Bible lesson and worship, and there's a lot of stuff going on, and it seems a little overwhelming. Oh, I don't have the staff to do this, and I don't have the time to do this. We only have, an hour on, each night, and find things that you can do that will help you really make an impact, even with a smaller staff and with a smaller timetable. This is a schedule right here of a smaller schedule. This is just 1.5 hours. So you're with a big group. You do either a game, science, or a craft, and you can switch those each night. So the first night you could do a game and then come back and do the Bible lesson.
Oh, that's great.
The second night you can do a craft, come back and do the Bible lesson.
Great idea.
Split it up so that it is doable. There are a lot of doable things. And the really cool thing is that this is flexible.
Yes.
This is very flexible. So you can pick and choose those things that really matter to your church.
Excellent.
And staff, I know it seems like you need a lot of people to do this, but you just need a few dedicated people to help you, and you can delegate. And if you have a smaller scale, then it won't take as many people to pull that off. So I think any church can do VBS, and they can do it well.
Excellent.
And you just got to get your brainstorm and your dedicated friends helping you with those aspects of VBS. So.
Okay, so anybody can do VBS. Doesn't matter, small church, big church, it's for everybody. Okay, myth number 2, VBS is not affordable. We can't afford it. True or false?
So false.
Okay, all right, tell us why.
Because the really cool thing about this VBS is that, again, it's flexible. You can do as much or as little as you want. VBS is how much?
The kit itself is $189. That comes with the USB, so you can print as many copies as you need. You don't have to go back and order extra pieces. $189 flat fee. You've got the USB, you've got everything in there, and then you can pick and choose like you've just described. Yes. Also, hey, we got our t-shirts on today. These are only $6.99. I was so excited that they were that affordable. But hey, don't get the t-shirts if you want to just do the stuff. You can do that.
You can have just staff wear the t-shirts. You can get just t-shirts for the kids, or you don't even have to do t-shirts. Sure. But it is a really fun thing for the kids. They feel like they're a part of VBS. But like I said, VBS can be as flexible as you want it to be. Yeah. So if you pare down and you're like, okay, we're only going to do this, this, and this, get your why. Remember what I talked about? Find your why. Why are we doing this?
Yes.
Get those parts of VBS that you want to really hit home, really make an emphasis on. And the really cool thing about this VBS is that you can make it your own. Yes. You don't even have to use the graphics that we use, but they're there and they're available. You can print them out on your printer at home or at church. Everything is there for you, so you don't have to go out and find somebody to make those for you. Also, VBS, building the sets and building all of the room decor, basically is going through your junk rooms.
Right. You don't have to buy a lot of
You don't have to
things.
buy a lot of things. You don't have to buy a backdrop. All of these things can be found.
Sure.
All of these things can be just brought
Things you already
in.
have.
People in the church can donate. People in the church can bring in stuff from their garages, from the junk rooms. I know most churches have a junk storage closet somewhere.
Yeah.
And I know most of our garages are filled with things that
Absolutely.
would be in a science lab. And,
Sure.
we have, motors and different things like that. You could go to Goodwill and just rummage through things. It doesn't have to be expensive, and you don't have to do everything new.
Right.
This is the fun part about this, is that the scavenging and the finding of all of the fun stuff for the kids. And the kids this is one thing about kids. Adults, we like the flashy.
Yeah.
We like the big, the star,
Yeah.
oh, what's it going to look like? And we do want it to look really cool, but the thing about kids is that they're really invested in the imagination, the experience of it.
Absolutely.
And if you can just get in a kid's head,
Yeah.
get your mind like a kid, like what would make this really cool? And it's not about the flashiness of it or the fanciness of it, but it is about making it an experience for the kids.
Absolutely. Okay, so pick and choose. You don't have to do the crafts and the science. Just pick and choose based on your size of your team, your budget. And you referenced a previous video where we talked about get the focus of what you're going to do and just focus on that. Absolutely. In that previous video, we also gave suggestions for fundraising. It's very easy to get families, to get even from the community sponsorships for your VBS. So it's totally doable. It's affordable. Any church size can do it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, last myth. Here we go. Myth number 3. Can an apostolic VBS match the quality of a mainline VBS program? Many people assume that it can't. True or false?
Totally. Wait, what was the question?
Can an apostolic VBS match the quality of a mainline VBS?
True. This one
Okay.
is true. This one's true. Yes, an apostolic VBS can match any VBS out there. We have great illustrations.
Yes.
Our artist was really, really creative,
Yeah.
really fun. He did a great job with Dr. Albert, and he did a great job just making it fun for kids. The graphics are just as good
Yes.
as any other VBS. The kids are going to be excited. They're going to look and say, wow, what an awesome world you've come up with, because you're going to make it your own, and it can stand. Me personally, as
Yeah, you use VBS
yes,
every year. Are
I
you gonna
do a
use this?
VBS, and yes, I'm going
Okay.
to use this, and it's not just because I work here. No, I'm excited because every time I look at the graphics, every time I look, and that's something that I look at first.
Sure.
You find
What's the
out
look?
what the message
What's the
is, and
feel?
then you look at, say, what are the graphics? What does it look like?
Yeah.
And it stands up to the rest of them. It really does, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
The people in our church are excited about it. I keep talking about it and getting them excited, and it does stand up. And like I said, you can be flexible with it. So you don't have to just stay within, the graphics that we have given you. You can make it your own, make it exciting for your church. And
Absolutely.
I stand behind it. I'm very
right.
excited about it.
Awesome. I'll mention 2 things. Number 1, music. We didn't talk about music, but the music in this VBS, James Sims, Lyndall Anderson, Court Chavis, all featured in the music that
Very
comes
good.
with it.
Very good
I mean,
music.
how do you argue with that? And then secondly, I've already heard from 2 churches that have started unboxing, and they are loving what they're seeing. They're saying what you're saying. Wow, we got this open, and it is really engaging, very exciting. So if you're out there, you're thinking about it, you're on the bubble, contact me. You can do so through PPH. We'll send you some examples. We'll send you some PDFs you can look over, and I'll give you the info on the churches that have looked at it, and you can hear from them about what they like. So it's affordable. Any church size can do it, and it's going to be a great quality experience for your kids.
Yes.
Yay! So check out pentecostalpublishing.com/VBS.